Here's another idea. Ontario, actually Canada, is a great place to film movies. We have the Canadian tax credit, so I can see Amazon, Netflix is starting to shop. I think they have Disney Canada. I would advise Paramount and Universal to also set up shop here. At least some kind of filming studio here, right? Because Canada, we can reimburse you through some tax credit. And we have a great scenic background. All things, New York, Toronto makes a great backdrop for New York. If you so choose, even Toronto to play itself is cool enough with its own. We used to have a good show called Forever Night that was pretty cool. Um, you know, the plains of Calgary and stuff like that. That's great for another movie I want to get off the ground. Vancouver, it's lush winding hills and greenery. It's quite beautiful. And on a side note, I'm actually reading Donald Trump's Art of the Deal, and just the way it's kind of set up and worded and put out, I'm thinking that actually would make a great series. Just from beginning to end, like the chapter is kind of I don't know, like Mad Men or something like that. The Art of the Deal, the series, right? Because it's got a lot of key little lessons in it, and you can actually probably go into greater detail and stuff like that as opposed to a movie. I think that's the future potential anyways, right? So maybe on HBO or something like that, we could actually, The Art of the Deal, the series. It's got a lot of little lessons that you kind of learn along the way, and how stocks and bonds and things like that work, and all these other little things, right? You just have little side notes, as the series progresses. But yeah, it's a really good book, right? And stuff like other things like that. It's just like little lessons on teaching you on how things work, right? I mean, I like a lot of people are like, oh, Donald Trump. I think he's great, to tell you the truth. If you actually read some of his books, they're very digestible, no matter what walk of life you're on. Like if you're like astute intellectual, or you're an independent businessman or something like that, or just a man stunner like myself, right? You could take a lot in from that. Like he's quite a clever guy, and he's quite an interesting life. So he's been given. He's a member of the Lucky Sperm Club to some degree, as he would put it. Like his dad was a rich, a wealthy contractor or some stuff. But he only gave him $1 million, and he did wonders with that. And he built that great empire. A lot of people like to say, like, oh, he lost a lot of money in the early '90s and '80s. Guess what? A lot of people lost money in the '80s and '90s or whatever. But it was people like, I mean, I like Seth and stuff like that. But the thing is, Seth, he had that money to lose. He had made that money in the first place. You don't. That's food for thought. Remember, the more you know, the more you grow. So Seth, that's one for you to chew on. He had that money to lose. You don't. It's almost like you've got money envy. Like you're envious of the green. Must be a liberal thing.